Joining us on the news to discuss this further is the National Legal Advisor of Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, Henry Ekine. Hello, Henry. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be on your platform this afternoon.
All right, so regarding the demand for the Inspector General of Police to continue occupying councils in Rivers State, what legal basis or precedents, supports or challenges such demands under Nigerian law?
My view, I think that the directive of the Inspector General of Police and then the action of the Commissioner of Police Rivers State and his men actually taking siege or laying siege or obstructing governance and administration at the local government level in Rivers State is unconstitutional, it's unlawful and illegal, it's not justified. It's misguiding to say that the police has taken this step to obstruct governance and administration at the entire local government in Rivers State, in a federation where we have the federal, the state, and local government, meaning that at the moment, the police has seized the functioning of the local government on the guise that they are waiting whatever outcome of some court proceedings. That is alien. For me, it's strange, it's undemocratic, and it's unlawful. And I'm afraid I do not even know what particular subsisting matter in court that the Inspector General of Police was referring, because at the moment, there are a number of litigations, a number of court actions that are in different courts at different levels. There are high courts, state high court matters, there are federal high court matters, and even some matters subsisting at the Court of Appeal. There are matters that decisions have been entered, and the police is aware of these decisions. But suffice this that the police is given an excuse that they would want to wait for certain outcome of some decisions or some matters that are pending in court. But the fundamental question here is the workers, service providers, and the people of the respective local governments in Rivers State are not in court in any way. So do they consider that the legitimate and innocent employees and workers at the local government levels who are not in any litigation, not in any court, even the contestations that are in court with respect to the purported tenure extension or elongation or purported membership of Rivers State House of Assembly, which are the matters are probably in different courts, have nothing to do with workers and employees at the local government and service providers, and largely the beneficiaries of the service of the local governments across Rivers State. That's the people of Rivers State in healthcare sector, in education, in social services, and all regards that are supposed to be the functions of the local government to the people, to my people in Rivers State and the various local governments. I think the police didn't really think through in this directive and in this action.
All right,
the
Henry.
action appears to be protecting the interests of some political office holders only.
All right, Henry, you actually called the occupation of the police, unconstitutional, misguided, and undemocratic. Now, we did also see some protests by pro-Wike supporters earlier, and, we're still seeing more of that. What does the protest, by the way, by IPO community women, at the Port Harcourt airport signify about the current political climate in Rivers State, especially regarding public opinion and governance?
Currently, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has guaranteed the right of any individual or citizen or group to express himself or themselves one way or another, provided they are not violating the rights of others. So I wouldn't quite speak to the rationale or the reason for their protests, whether those ones are the respective local governments and then even at the international airport in Port Harcourt. But I think that whatever justification they hold for the protest or solidarity in support of any individual, of course, Nyesom Wike is an individual, and then he has friends, and he has people who support his ideals and his philosophies. And then again, being a politically exposed person, he would continually have supporters. So if he's returning to Port Harcourt from Abuja at any time, and then some individuals say they want to express their solidarity in that manner, it's up to them. The only thing that for me I would condemn is any form of protest that would violate the rights of citizens in this part of the country and will also obstruct governance and administration at the local government level. And then any protest again that will probably constitute some conduct that is likely to breach the peace. Well, I cannot speak as someone, an adherent to a rights of citizens, that it is unlawful for anybody to do any sort of march, whether it's a solidarity march or a protest in support of anyone.
All right, then speak to us, on the ongoing political crisis in Rivers State, not forgetting that this crisis has actually been on for months since last year. Now, what strategies do you think that stakeholders can employ to de-escalate tensions and also promote constructive dialogue for resolution? Even though so many people, so many stakeholders have said that Port Harcourt or Rivers State is peaceful, but what do you think can be done?
Yes, apparently, I think we give thanks to God for His grace that we are still having the peace in Rivers State and then particularly in Port Harcourt. But retracting, going back to sometime in October of 2023, and then the build-up of the unnecessary, avoidable, and rather orchestrated crisis in Rivers State, not physical crisis per se, I think political difference amongst political parties and political office holders and politically exposed persons. Otherwise, it is not any form of crisis per se in Rivers State. I am speaking from my office, and I'd actually just come from an interview from a radio station, and everybody is going around. My children are in school. So there is a great extent of stability and peace in Rivers State. But then the political orchestrated crisis is such that sometime in October 2023, we woke up in Port Harcourt and then saw all of what has become notorious across the states. I need not bore this discussion with what the Rivers State House of Assembly, some former members at that time, publicly declared their defection. And that happened in proceedings on the floor of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Contrary to what some are claiming now, that there are mere rumors on social media and other platforms. No, the proceedings of 11th December 2023 that were recorded and covered by different media platforms was to the effect that the speaker at the time, Right Honorable Martin Amaewhule, publicly declared that the other members of the House, had 26 of them, including himself, had declared that they were no longer members of the People's Democratic Party that sponsored them to office, and that they had defected to the All Progressives Congress. And he took turn to read the letters of that defection by the members. He started particularly with that of the Deputy Speaker. This is a fact that happened on the floor of the House on the 11th of December, purportedly so anyway. And also that led to the remaining members of the House electing a new speaker, Right Honorable Edison here, I believe, who then declared constitutionally, pursuant to Section 109, subsection 1, paragraph G of the Constitution, to the effect that if that happens, then the speaker shall declare those seats vacant. The law didn't require any court to do that declaration or any other authority or person, but the speaker. So that happened, and then that became if you like, the climax of the crisis in Rivers State, where those who had defected held on. They acknowledged, they agreed that they had defected. They had done so on various affidavits sworn to oath in the various cases before court, that they had actually defected. Some even went on to advance their reasons for defecting on public media as well.
Okay, Henry.
One enemy judge, I think the spokesperson of that group, also alluded to that.
All right, Henry. Well, due to time constraint, we'll have to actually end the conversation here. But thank you so much for speaking to us on this and also for laying this foundation. Thank you.